Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of the tutorial series on beginners, maps, and hammer. So far, I've taught everyone how to make basic geometry, and I've put together a little room here, off camera. It's really basic stuff. I probably did this in like 15 minutes or something. I've had this map for a while, and it's time to finally put this to use. It's just basic geometry in a clean map, with a little hole to the void cut out here. Now, what you're going to be learning in this tutorial is basic entity work, and the func underscore instance, which allows you to put a smaller portion of another map into your main map. So, we're going to go use the entity tool, which looks kind of like a peg, and we're just going to get an info player start, which is the default entity. We can drag this around in the 2D view, and if we hit enter in the 2D view, it'll appear. And we can use the entity tool directly to place something, and you can hit delete while selecting it to get rid of it. Alright, so now we're going to get a weapon underscore portal gun. I think it should be a bit self-explanatory what a weapon portal gun would do. Basically, it's just going to put the portal gun as an entity in your hammer map, and when you actually play the map in-game, you're going to be able to pick that portal gun up and use it. So, next, we're going to be working with some more complex entities than just these two. And, of course, you can move those around and do things with them. So, we have the next entity we're going to be working on is func underscore instance. So we're just gonna place that in the windowsill, right? And click it. Double clicking will go in the properties tab, and now we can look for the file we're going to use. It'll go to labs and grab an observation room. I'm using the biggest size currently for this hole, and yeah, here it is. We put a smaller map inside our bigger map. Now I'm going to make it point that way. You can rotate it with this little console thing, the circular thing in the corner of that, and we can position it right here. Now, if we go around inside, we'll see that there's some weirdness with that. It doesn't matter if there's Z fighting inside the observation room if it won't be visible from in-game. Keep in mind, though, that the glass may look opaque, but is fully transparent in the map. That is just source being source. So, yeah, now we got a lab that will emit light to make our room bright. So, next on the docket, I'm going to show you this button. If you click this no draw button right here, which is kind of why I've been making you do all the no draw, it'll get rid of most of your map, and you can see you can just select right through it and mess with all the pieces of your map. It's basically like no clip in game, except you can do it in hammer and see all the insides of your map from the outside. So that's pretty cool. And I didn't do anything with the floor here. I just have basic regular frame textures. The texture names are just frame, and that's how you can find them. Either frame or square beam, I think. But you don't have to do this with the floor. It's going to be relevant later on, but for now you don't have to do anything with that. So yeah, you can put that back on. We have a lot of tools to discuss later on up there, but for now I'm just going to stick to the basics of hammer so you can get your first map done. These things in here are the light bulb and the spotlight. Do exactly what I just described them as. They're a light bulb and a spotlight. And yeah, so we have a nice textured map here with an observation room and a start and 2 portal surfaces. Next, we're going to make a button. So going into your func instance again, we're going to go to buttons, pieces, and I'm just going to get a white one to contrast with the black floor. Alright, So we have that right here, looking good. It's perfectly aligned with the floor. And next off, we're going to need the entity tool again. This time we're going to need a prop floor button right here. We're just going to place that right in the middle of there, and it's kind of sunken into the button base, so let's turn down our grid size and bring it up a bit. I don't think the little metal pieces being up matters too much. What's important is that it doesn't look like this, because the button would be sunken in, and with this you can see all the little tiny details that Valve put into the model right there. Alright, good. So now you have a button, and it will work perfectly fine, just the prop floor button or whatever it was called. And just gonna get a cube. You can just search up cube to find it. It's the prop weighted storage cube, I think. Yeah, just get a prop cube. All these are props because they are simply models with fancy code to them. And first off, not first off, but we're gonna need to save right here. It's crucial that you save every moment you can, because you'll never know when a hammer crashes. It's always a complete random mystery. Have a good one. The next part will be coming soon.